You know what's something that absolutely no one likes? A cliffhanger. Just being left behind where you're reading a story or watching an anime and it just randomly ends on the last episode just when something intense is gonna happen, and especially when there's no follow-up to it. We have probably all seen something where episodes ended where two characters are about to fight or something crazy is gonna happen, and then out of nowhere it just never comes. It's just never to be seen and it's just left on what if. Will this ever happen? Especially the worst time is a video game series. Let's say a video game is originally gonna be a trilogy, but the game series ended up getting canceled on the second game. So the last part of the game will probably never be made, and the story will never be complete. A good example of something like that happened is Deus Ex. I know what you're wondering. Why am I just randomly here to talk about cliffhangers? Did anything weird happen? Well, no. I'm here to basically admit to something that I have left some people on cliffhangers. That has to do with my commitment issues and my issues of never completed a game. To some of the first few videos that I uploaded on the channel, one video talking about how I'll buy games on Steam, or just say I'm gonna do something like, oh, I'm gonna go read this manga, or oh, I'm gonna go buy this game, and we'll just absolutely never get it done no matter what situation. Which is a very terrible situation to have it to get into, because you could mess out on some pretty good video games. One game that I basically committed myself and say that I'm gonna beat it till the end of this year was Divinity Original Sins 2. This is regarded to everyone who played the game to literally be one of the best games ever made. If someone played this game, they instantly become a sim for it. It will talk about it over and over again until the end of time, and they will not let you hear it. So something that I'm very interested in, and a game that I wanted to play. So I ended up buying it when it was on sale, and it ended up staying on my Steam library for literally months now. I think it's been there for 6 months, literally untouched, and the game has literally just been haunting me. It's installed, I just haven't been playing it. And I keep on saying to myself that I'm going to go play the game. And I remember saying in that video something along oh, when I go play the game, maybe I'll go talk about it. Until I realized I have never done that. I have never once even touched the game. The only level up that I've done to get close to playing the game was even installing it, and I ended up coming to this realization when I ended up playing Uma Musume. Yes, everything in this channel will always come back to that one franchise. So I ended up getting back on the grind and actually started to play the mobile game again. Now, when it comes to me and gacha games, I'm literally on and off 24/7 all the time. I've never been committed to one game and played it long consistently, because usually how it would go, I'll pick up the gacha game and play it a little bit, and then I'll just go fall off and just never touch the game for literally months, and then I'll go pick it up again and then fall off, and then that cycle will literally continue until the end of time. Unless you're a game like Destiny 2, I can never get bored of that. I can play it all the time. If that's not the name of your game, I'm probably going to get bored of it eventually. A new Musume mobile game is one of those games that's extremely hard for me to get into, especially because the game is literally only in Japanese. Still to this day, the people who make Uma Musume still does not care about their global audience at all, and I have 100% lost hope. Yes, I completely threw in the towel, and I don't think a mobile release of the mobile game is ever going to happen. Well, I wouldn't really say I've completely given up. I'm still am going to be going on the absolute copian, hoping that one's going to release. And that game is extremely hard for me to get into because, again, it's only in Japanese. You just have to remember that this menu goes to this menu because you can't absolutely read any of it there. Because, no, if you don't watch enough anime, you're just not randomly going to learn Japanese. But I'm getting extremely off topic. I'm talking about doing moves for my mobile game. I'm here to talk about commitment issues. I ended up getting back onto that game and playing it again because they started to add more characters that I actually like characters like Twin Turbo, which they made a 1-star. I literally do not know why they'll do it. And then the next 2-3 stars that they added were also 2 characters that I really like. So I'm let me get back into the game, back onto grinding, back into having fun. And then when I was playing the game, struggling to move through the menus, I ended up having the sudden realization, just randomly, a literal brain blast moment, that I haven't even started Divinity Original Sins 2, and I haven't even continued the game once. And then I came down, sitting down, committed to myself, saying that I'm going to play this game. I'm going to beat this game, and I still have not started it. It has been a pretty long time now, and I'm just back here on the same situation, just having a hard time starting games. Again, I don't like cliffhangers. I especially don't like when YouTubers do it, because I think we all have watched a YouTube series or watched a YouTube video or just a YouTuber talking about drama, and they do something where they're oh, they make one video on the drama, but the drama ends and they never talk about it, or they make a long 1-hour video series and they say part 2 is going to come and part 2 never comes, and you're left on this infinite cliffhanger. I usually don't like that, and I dislike that, so I try my hardest not to do that. And I also remember that I did make another promise saying that I was going to search for the worst manga ever made. The journey is actually going pretty good. I have found some pretty terrible manga, but I'm not done yet. I'm still searching. That's basically it with this situation. Still exactly on square one. Still have not played any Steam game out of my library, and the library just consistently keeps on growing, where you buy more games and you still don't play them. This is something that I want to talk about. My name is Lua. You have a good day or night, and and actually play games on your Steam library. Goodbye.